Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Good morning, you guys. We're so excited that you're here hanging out with us this morning, and it is a good day to be here. We are having a live vow renewal. This is the culmination of love, the culmination of wedding weekend. We're so excited for Deba and Samson.
They're getting ready right now. GMT starts now.
Live, this is Good Morning Texas.
Happy Friday, everyone at home. Welcome to Good Morning Texas. I'm Erin Hunter.
And I'm Paige McCoy-Smith. Erin, I cannot believe it. The day is finally here. Our GMT Wedding Week couple is going to say, I do, and I do again.
I do again, literally. It's going to be a very special show. So you guys at home, whether you want to get dressed up with us, or you want to get a cup of coffee, or maybe a mimosa, because we're celebrating this morning, baby. And it's Friday. Also get the tissues. It is going to be a very emotional morning. I know you guys think, is this real? Yes. They have been married for quite some time, and now they're going to have a real
They are
vow renewal.
adorable. I mean, absolutely adorable. Some of you have already met them, but they're here now for the big day.
It's going to be fabulous. But first, let's pop over to the Weather Center, see what's going on outside. Greg, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning to you, ladies. Yeah, it is going to be a nice one out there. Breezy, warm for us here as we head out this morning. Going into the afternoon, we'll get into that weekend coming up here a little bit later. But let's get you on out to Fort Worth right now. Those winds, they're going to be a little gusty out there. It's been a warm start, 72 degrees. South winds there at 17 miles per hour. So we've got the partly to mostly cloudy skies coming back over to downtown Dallas, 73 right now. Those winds gusting up to 24 miles per hour with mostly cloudy skies there as well. So those winds, they will be gusting probably up around 30, maybe 30 plus as we head into the afternoon. So keep that in mind here as we go through the day. We'll see those temperatures now, low mid 70s heading out to Denton at 75 right now, 74 in Mineral Wells, and those low 70s heading over to Terrell and Greenville. We'll top out somewhere in the upper 80s to around 90 today. So yes, it will be a very warm day out there for us. If we see any thunderstorms at all, they will be well out to our west here for today. Can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm a little bit later today if you're trying to get some happy hour time in on at your favorite restaurant or bar this evening. Going to go ahead and give you that green umbrella there for tonight, 5 to 7 p.m. Again, it will be a little bit breezy out there, coverage with any showers and storms less than 20% today. So we'll talk more about the weekend forecast and getting into next week with those storm chances a little later in the show. But now, Erin, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Greg. I do love a happy hour forecast. Let's talk weddings, because your wedding day is all about celebrating with the people who mean the most to you, and wedding favors are a thoughtful way to thank them for being a part of it. And so lifestyle contributor Autumn Rio is here with ideas to help your guests feel extra special on your special day. Good morning to you.
Good morning. This is such an exciting day. So excited.
Right? Okay, so tell me, what criteria goes into making the perfect wedding favor for your guests so that they feel included, but also that they actually want to take home the keepsake?
Right? You want something that's personalized. I mean, who goes to a wedding and says, ooh, I wonder what the wedding favor is going to be, right? You want something that they're coming to your wedding because they want to be about your special day. And so you want to take that same thought when you're talking about the favors. That's something that is special. It's personalized. It says something about you and your experiences, and it shares your story as a couple.
Well, let's dive in. Let's do it. You have some items over here. We're starting with food.
Yes, because that's like the universal love language,
It
right?
is. It's also inexpensive, too, if you do it correctly.
Right, and all of these are going to be DIY, and they're all going to be inexpensive. So you can't go wrong with all of those. Yeah, all the things, right? So you can spend it on the other things. So first and foremost is cookies. That's the easiest after a long day of a wedding, and you're getting in the car and you're like, oh, so now has, warm cookie. But you could really just, you could have paper sacks, get a Sharpie, write a message on there, and have those ready as they're walking out the door. And that's something about you and your partner could have made those. So it's a special family recipe. It's your grandma's recipe, something that's really cool that you've done together. And again, continuing to share your story throughout every touch point in your wedding. So
I love the idea of using a Sharpie and just getting in there yourself. There's nothing more personalized than you literally writing it yourself.
But there's so many free things that are online. You don't have to necessarily be that person. I mean, a lot of people have Cricut and they're very crafty, but you can just go online and use something easy.
But I think people appreciate like the relatability of
absolutely.
we grabbed a Sharpie and made this
there's
happen.
other things. If cookies aren't your thing, you've got honey here, so we've got meant to be.
Ooh,
really
I
cute.
see.
So maybe you've got that. jams, took the rosemary out of our garden, made it in olive oil. Maybe you're going on a wedding trip afterwards and you're gonna go to Italy. So again, you're being able to tell that story through your wedding favor. But my favorite one is, of course, is salsa. Ooh. And the reason why is because when we got married, my husband and I, almost 20 years ago, we did salsa because we'd gone to Mexico and we were coming back and sharing that with everybody. So we took a homemade recipe that was a family recipe that we could share with everybody. Again, telling that story piece. I mean, this is a jar.
And just put it in a cute jar.
Yeah, and you can find jars everywhere. It's not like they need to be all the same. Collect them, have them in your cabinet, get grandma to help you too.
There you go.
You know, she's going to estate sales, things like that. We put a little thing. Thanks for spicing up our special day, and then they go home with it. Who doesn't love that?
It is just that easy.
Yes.
Okay, let's move to right here.
Yes.
This is fabulous. Tell me what we got
this one
going.
is more about the experience. So weddings take so much time, yet you're surprised how much you're not spending time together because you're doing all the planning, right? So this is a great way. We've taken, again, the idea, farmers markets, going to Facebook Marketplace. We've thrifted a lot of these little teacups here, estate sales.
Nice.
This particular one is actually from Glühwein, going over to Chris Kindle Markets over to Germany, have tons of these. So again, sharing your story. We made these candles ourselves. It took about, I'm not kidding, about 30 seconds. You put it over a double boiler. You can just get this stuff on Amazon, tons of it. They give everything to you. Here's the wick. You put it in the bottom. And then, like I said, you take off these little, yep, you have these. You can use chopsticks as well. Take that off, cut the wick. And we actually used a little fragrance too that we were deciding as a couple what that smell needed to be. That was really a good reflection. Yeah, so now you've got a whole thing. You spent time together, you made your gift, and everyone gets to go home with something cool and custom.
You know, everybody has a signature song, but not everybody has a signature
right?
scent.
And I mean, like, how cool is that?
I'm into it.
And this
what do we
one,
got?
So this one I really, really love because not everybody is so willing to share their story out like this. I mean, some are, but you usually have someone, my husband is very introverted, and you know, reading books is something that people love to do as well. So we've taken, there's so many different places that you can go and get books. Book swaps, garage sales, maybe you also have tons of books. So these are all old books that we've taken, and then we've made a bookmarker that has got the, and we've of course used our monogram from our couple today to commemorate the special day, but we're celebrating our new and next chapter. And then we've got bookmarkers. You can inscribe something in here if you wanted to, and you read all of these books, you could go in and highlight your favorite quote within the book, or just write a little something special in the book.
This is really
date
personal.
It, and then take it home, and everyone's going, oh my gosh, who's going to throw that away, right?
No
because
one.
of that specials book
No one.
or home decor.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
these are fabulous tips. The bookmark might actually be my favorite, just highlighting your specific favorite quote out of a book. I mean, that's so personal. Tell me, these are really great ideas. Tell us how we can find you if we want more.
Absolutely, you can go to mamachallenge.com, or you can find us on Instagram and Facebook for more ideas and cool things that you can do like this.
Thank you so much, Autumn.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you. All right, Paige, what you got going?
Oh man, we got a lot. Brides and grooms, listen up. We all know that the cake is the center of attention at the reception, and that includes what's on top. Our next guest is bringing some major personality to the wedding game. Sarah Philippos is the founder and designer of Cherished Cake Toppers, and she's here to share how her unique designs turn a typical wedding dessert into a timeless keepsake. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Paige.
I am so glad you're here. I am loving all of these cake toppers. These are fully customized. I want to hear a little bit about you and what inspired you to start Cherished Cake Toppers.
It all started at my own wedding. My dad spoke about stones of remembrance, the idea that we set markers in our lives to remember the moments God carried us through. That really stuck with me because I lived it. Growing up, I was in hospitals because of strokes and how God carried me through each step of the way. And I'm here today because he carried me. And he gave me a creative mind and hands that work. And Cherished Cake Toppers is how I get to use these gifts to bless others.
Your story is so meaningful, and it means so much that you shared that with us tonight. And that out of these turmoil and these difficult circumstances, you were able to put a stone in one of those moments and have something that people will really cherish. And it all began with this one.
Yes.
Tell me about the significance of this cake topper.
So this was my wedding cake topper, and I have an industrial design background, and I was like, I have to create something. I have a degree in this, and this is my passion of design. And so I was like, I want something that represents us and to be on that cake.
All right, so how you're able to create these is with a 3D printer. I'm going to hold this up so people can have an opportunity to see this, because this is kind of one of the early iterations of what this looks like when it's hot off the printer. How early should a couple start planning for their personalized cake topper?
I recommend at least a month in advance, although I do accommodate rush orders depending on availability.
That is wonderful. And it's not just the wedding cake. You can do all kinds of memories that you can make these stones and these moments, as you mentioned. Let's start over here, because you've got some really creative ones beginning on this side of the table. This was for a very special birthday party.
Yes, it was.
All right, and continue. Tell me more. I see somebody with a graduation gown.
We got graduations, we got engagements, we got baby showers, and many more events that reflect each individual person's story.
And I see how personalized they are. I see somebody who looks like is a florist. We also see some of the more traditional designs of cake toppers. And then you even have something along this line, celebrating an anniversary. Really, you're only limited to your own creativity. And I know that this cake topper right here, that has a special story as well.
Yeah, my brother got engaged last month, and I really wanted to capture the moments and their colors and everything so that they can remember it.
What are you hoping that couples, when they come to you and they request one of these cake toppers to be so unique to their special day, what do you hope that this cake topper will serve for them as they continue on their journey as a married couple?
I want them to feel seen and celebrated as they get represented and they get the personal touch inside of each, as something to remember long after the cake is gone.
It's got to be so exciting for you to be able to talk to a couple, to kind of hear their own little journey, and then to determine the best way to represent them with these cake toppers. And also, given your experience and the hardships that you endured, to do something that is so cherishable has got to be really exciting. For people who are out there that may want to start their own business but might feel intimidated, what words of advice do you have for them?
I think go for it. Trust in God, and like all things are possible.
All things are possible. You are a cherished gift. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. You can also get your own custom cake topper. We definitely want you to take advantage of this. You can go to cherishedcaketoppers.com. That's cherishedcaketoppers.com for more information. Erin?
Well, one thing you don't want to happen on your wedding day is any wardrobe malfunctions. Whether it's a missing button or loose straps or zipper issues, it's important someone in the bridal party is ready with a needle and thread, or maybe even some fashion tape too. So student icon CEO Unica Christian joins me with some simple bridal fashion emergency fixes. Good morning, we're so glad to have you.
Good morning, my dear.
Oh my goodness, okay. This is a real conversation that everybody needs to pay attention to. This is a bride's literal worst nightmare. And so I would love if you could walk us through some fixes that can help save a bride and her bridal party from a fashion disaster on her big day.
Well, let's do it.
Yes, indeed. Where do we start?
So let's start with this fun little item called fashion tape.
Yes.
Okay. It's prom season, it's bridal season, and fashion tape comes in handy for so many different reasons. So for example, say you have a pesky loose strap that does not want to stay in place. What you're going to do is take this fashion tape and you're going to attach it to some oil-free, preferably dry skin.
Okay, so making sure maybe we have some alcohol prep pads that we keep around.
Alcohol prep pads, yes. And then what you're going to do, basically, you're going to put this onto your skin, and then you're going to attach that fabric right on top. And this is clear. So it's transparent, it won't be seen, but that will keep your strap in place. And it also works for long necklines or slits that you want to keep in control. That is what that is going to come in handy for.
That is such a good tip. Just because once you start dancing and having a good time, that's when the straps start falling off.
It's going to have a mind of their own. Yes.
Exactly. Okay, now what if we're missing like a button or a button falls off or something like that?
So what I'm going to recommend, and this is about fashion emergencies, right? In a pinch, if you don't have a needle and thread handy, if you just happen to have anything, say like, I don't know, a hot glue gun.
Yes.
That works. That comes in handy. And just insider information, a lot of seamstresses, that's what they will resort to fix those appliques, buttons, stones, all kinds of things.
There you go. Okay, that was an insider tip. We love those. Now let's talk about an easy hem adjustment, because sometimes the day of your heel ends up being shorter or taller. And so how can we fix that?
So this nice little item is called stitch witchery. Have you ever heard of that?
I have.
So stitch witchery is this fusing, it's bondable, and when you heat it up, it melts. So what you want to do, say for example, this is your dress and the hem is just falling apart. What you're going to do is just going to cut a piece just so long, just about the length that you need it to be.
Just enough to get it to stay, yes?
Yes, and you're going to put this right in between where that fold is, and then you're going to take your iron, and the packaging actually says to keep your iron around the wool temperature.
Okay.
And so that's probably going to work for most fabrics, but what you're going to do is just keep your iron right there on that piece.
Hold steady.
About 10 seconds, and then if you did it correctly, this is what your result is going to be. You're going to have a nice, secure hem that is not going to come apart. It looks great, and it looks like you just did instant magic.
Honestly, it looks really professional from the outside. That's incredible. And it's just that easy and just that fast. Quick fixes, that's what we need on the day of.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk zippers, because they can be pesky little things. How do we go about fixing that?
Okay, so with zippers, they can be very complex, just depending on what's causing your zipper to give you problems.
Right.
So if a zipper gets stuck, for example, instead of trying to rip it up with aggression, what you can probably do, what I've heard different hacks, is that you can use things like Vaseline. You just rub it on the teeth of your zipper. You can also use things like waxy things like a crayon, even a candle.
Loosen it up a little bit. Treat it like a
Loosen
car
it up.
door.
Exactly, yeah.
I like
just
it.
lubricate it just a little bit. And then you can also use things like a pair of tweezers, because sometimes maybe a little piece of the fabric is caught inside of the zipper.
Yes.
So just with a zipper or zipper tweezers, you're just going to tug it gently, and hopefully that will save the day.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I have to get in here. It's a special day. We're having a wedding day, but it's also a birthday in the house. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
And we're celebrating. Well, you're celebrating by giving back to a bride out there an emergency kit.
Emergency sewing kit, yes. So birthdays for me is just a time to show gratitude and appreciation. So what I wanted to do was give a bride-to-be their very own emergency sewing kit. And in this kit, it will come equipped with all kinds of things, hopefully that will help you in an emergency situation. There's thread, there's a pair of scissors, there's more stitch witchery, there is also a hot glue gun, and also your stain remover pen. So hopefully
full needle and thread and everything. Girl, you did that. There's everything in there. And if we want to find you for upcoming events you have, where can we go?
You can go to studenticons.org. We have student classes, we have camps, workshops, all kinds of things, and we have a lot of things coming up. So if you would like to, actually, I'm giving this away, and if you would like to win this, go to my website, studenticons.org. Tell me why this would work for you for your wedding day, and I would love to send this to you.
Oh my goodness, so stinking exciting. Thank you so much for being here and giving
Erin.
us some quick fixes that we can actually use indeed. All right, let's talk about it. What's coming up on the show still ahead? Here comes the bride. From lace to beading details, Dallas fashion designer Ese Azenabor reveals her dresses that will bring guests to their feet. Then how to budget and plan your honeymoon, and the hottest locations you should have on your list. Paige? After the wedding comes the honeymoon, and for couples like Deba and Samson who have been married for years, an anniversary getaway is the perfect way to reconnect and celebrate. Casey Carr with Card World Travel joins us with dreamy destination inspiration and smart honeymoon travel hacks for every stage of love. Good morning to you, Casey.
Morning, Erin. Nice to see you.
It's so good to see you too. First up, give me 3 honeymoon travel hacks that can help couples save money and avoid that stress.
Okay, well, let's start with hack number 1. Tell everybody that it's your honeymoon, okay? I mean, everybody. Put it on a t-shirt. It's my honeymoon, because people love celebrating love. You might get a room upgrade. They'll make an announcement on the plane. I've even heard of people getting business class lounge access just because they're on their honeymoon.
That's incredible. That's a really good first hack.
Yeah, it's great. It works. And hack number two, instead of doing a gift registry, use a company like Honey Fund or Zola to allow your guests to gift you experiences. So you might get a sunset cruise or spa days or something like that. It's great. It's personal, and your honeymoon gets a nice upgrade. Number three, very important, schedule some downtime after your honeymoon. Don't just leave the next morning like you see in the movies. Have a couple of days to go home, decompress, do some laundry, be domestic for a little while. It really makes a huge difference.
You know, I actually can get behind that third hack because it's hard to just keep going and keep going and keep going. It's nice, like you said, to get domesticated for a little bit and see what life would be like after the honeymoon. Now, let's talk destinations. This is the exciting part. Japan up first.
Yes, and Japan might surprise a few people, but it's an incredible destination. It's a bucket list destination, and it combines ancient traditions with modern day life, probably better than anywhere else. One minute you can be walking through a thousand-year-old temple, and the next minute you're in these neon lit neighborhoods in Tokyo. There's incredible food and culture, and it's just this wonderful, vibrant destination.
Wow, my goodness. I mean, absolutely stunning. Let's talk African safari. What does that look like?
Yes, well, an African safari, it's probably the most emotional and memorable travel experience that you can have. And a lot of people think of safari and think that they're going to be roughing it, but these game lodges are some of the most luxurious places in the world. They might have a private plunge pool or an outdoor bathtub and five-star cuisine. And you'll eventually forget the price tag, but you're never going to forget the first time you encounter a pride of lions or a mother elephant with her babies. It's just a life-changing trip.
I was about to say, you can't put a price on life experiences such as that. I mean, I don't know what tops an African safari. Maybe a romantic getaway to Italy?
Yeah, well, it's the most romantic destination on earth, isn't it? And everybody knows Rome and Venice and those places are wonderful, but there are wonderful coastal towns like Positano or Ravello, and there are these beautiful, stylish boutique hotels, incredible food, and it's just a wonderful, iconic destination. Quick tip: don't try to see all of Italy in one trip, right? You're not on a scavenger hunt. Pick maybe one or two regions and stick there and really experience them.
Yeah, I like the idea of that. You can always go back, but really take a deep dive and actually be a tourist in the spaces that you chose. Now, let's talk destination as far as beaches go, because Tahiti seems like it would be at the top of my list indeed.
Tahiti, in my opinion, it's the ultimate honeymoon destination. It's the most beautiful beach destination in the world, and it's the over the water bungalows that you're seeing on your screen right now that attracts everybody there. But there's so many ways to do it. You can cruise in Tahiti. A word of advice here also: save the over the water bungalows. If you're going to spring for that, save that for the end. We always like to say, save the best for last. You can finish your honeymoon on a high note.
There you go. I like that. Any advice for planning the perfect honeymoon or anniversary trip that can be just as stressful as planning the wedding?
Yes, of course. Well, first thing, start early, 6 to 9 months out at least, so that you've got time to find deals. You can be sure that your passports and everything are up to date. And be sure that your dream hotel isn't sold out. Number two, set a realistic budget. Budget these things out. So think flights, hotels, but also food and activities, travel insurance, even tips. Budget all that stuff out. The last thing you want is money stress on your honeymoon. Number three, don't overschedule. Okay, you're after months of stressful wedding planning, build in some downtime, pick a few key activities, and leave yourself time to explore and enjoy the destination. Number four, my
Incredible.
biggest
Oh,
hack always is use a travel agent to plan your trip. Don't just book something online. It's supposed to be the best experience of your life. Use a travel agent to help you plan.
a travel agent is absolutely helpful, and you are the guy to do it indeed. His information is actually down below. And Casey, thank you so much for being here this morning and giving us some top tier destinations. We'll be
My
right back,
pleasure.
you
Great to
guys.
see you.
Good.
I can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love that's a sea. There's not a minute, hour, day, or night that I don't love you.
Live, this is Good Morning Texas.
It is a common feeling for a gal to feel overwhelmed when it comes to picking out that perfect dress, from trumpet style to ball gown. There's so many choices, and S.A. Azanabar, she knows that all too well. People come from all over the world to get styled by her, and for good reason. We're going to show you a few examples this morning. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Okay, so if you could, brides have pictured their wedding days since they were little girls. So how do you go about taking on that challenge of making them happy in every way?
Well, it's my dream to do this. I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. So when a bride comes to me and says, I want, my dream look, ask a question. What is your dream look?
Yes.
Do you want to wear a ball gown, or do you want to wear a mermaid? Are you a bling girl? Are you a clean girl? Lace, and then we'll put that look together and, make the dream come true.
Okay, well, let's see it this morning, shall we? We're going to have a little fashion show this morning. This is our first style right here. Break this down for us.
Oh, my gosh. This is one of my favorites. It's from the new collection, and it's plain, but still exaggerated.
Girl, if this is plain for you.
If that's a good way to explain it. There's no bling on this, but it's just all pure Mikado, silk Mikado. It's just a more exaggeration of flowers.
Beautiful. And the flowers are even on the veil
it's on
as
a veil,
well.
yes.
My
It's
goodness.
just-
Girl, if you could give us a walk so we can see the train as well. Yes, sachet. Yes, indeed. Look at that. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, she's
so
gorgeous.
good. All right, let's get a look at our second model. This is where we start to bring in a little bling.
Yes.
Also, the veil on this one is incredible. You don't
Yes.
play. There is no simple styles in your collection.
No, so this is a peekaboo moment here of the bling, but she's still giving, the clean, elegant look with a hint of bling with pearls and Swarovski crystals.
I've never seen a veil outlined in pearls as well. This is incredible.
We're known for this.
So
this is our
detailed.
classic veil. So yes.
Wow. All right, let's get a look. They just keep getting better. Let's get a look at our next dress. My goodness. I mean, it steps up and up and up. This is for the gal who is the star of the show and knows she is.
So this is a lot more. So this is a drama with the bling, the beading, and she does have a 2-in-1 skirt here.
Oh, so she can take it off.
Yeah, so she can take this off, for party time. I was going to help, but
she's like, this is live TV. Can we
There
pop?
we go.
There we
There
go.
we
She
go.
can show it. She
Yeah,
can pop her off.
2-in-1. This is for the after party or for the reception.
Very good.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Let's get a look at our next model. I love this because it's very easy to dance in and have a good time. Now, this is a reception dress, as I've ever seen.
Yes, this is our something blue. There's the bride sometimes wants that little pop of color, and this is exactly it for her reception.
An easy party dress. Oh my goodness, you don't have to worry about stepping on anything.
No.
Absolutely perfect. Let's get to our last one, the final one. I love staying away from white and getting a little color in there.
Yes, this was trending right now. Brides are a little bit stepping away from the bridal colors and doing something a little bit more less traditional. So the pop of color, the pink florals really elevates the look, and she's definitely a standout bride.
Oh my goodness, yes indeed. This would definitely be perfect in like a floral garden.
Yes.
I mean, you could really, when you say you take their inspiration and bring it to life, you literally
This is
do.
it. Yeah.
Wow, very good.
you.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because like we were talking about, there's so many styles out there, and so how do we go about narrowing it down? Do you have any advice for the brides out there?
Stay true to you and what you like. Don't go outside of the box. If you know you're not a ball gown girl, don't be a ball gown girl.
Maybe do not lean into the ball gown.
If you know you're a mermaid girl, stick with that. And just every girl really knows what she wants to look like. I mean, I knew what I wanted to look like when I was like 10 years old. I knew exactly what I wanted. And it really doesn't change. And stick with that. Stick with that, and everything will fall into place.
For the longest time when I was a child, I watched Say Yes to the Dress. I think we all did. And Panina Tournay was like my end-all, be-all. I think Panina Tournay might have just got knocked down a notch since you're here this morning, S.A. I mean, look at these designs. This is insane. Absolutely stunning. If someone wants to get in touch with you and they are ready to walk down the aisle like the star they are, tell us where they can find you.
We're located in Dallas and in New York. Our Dallas location is on Cole Street, 100 Cole Street in the Design District. And in New York, Madison Avenue, 1269 Madison Avenue.
Oh, girl, you got it like that, Madison Avenue. Yes, indeed. Very, very good. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Paige, what you got?
It's happening. The Vow Renewal is going to be coming up, and here we have Groom Samson, who is getting ready with his two beautiful boys, Isaiah and Noah. Yep, stay tuned. Vow Renewal is next. We'll be right back.
Looks so good. Get a dive.
the final day of GMT Wedding Week, and now it's time for the ceremony.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you guys a chance to hold hands in a second, but for right now, I'm just gonna stand like this, okay? 16 years ago, when you said I do, you had no idea what life truly had in store. You see, when you're engaged, you're excited about the wedding. And then once the wedding is over, the guests are gone home, and the cake is cut, real life begins. Careers, kids, wins, losses. And you didn't just survive it. You built something beautiful inside of it. 3 amazing children who get to watch their parents choose each other all over again today. When you first stood and said your vows, you meant every word, but you could not have known yet what those words would actually cost you. You see, you had no idea how bad for worse could actually get. And you had no idea how abundantly for better would show up on the other side of it. Out of every person you have ever crossed paths with, every classroom, every city, every season of your life, God specifically chose the 2 of you for each other. That was not a coincidence. That was not luck. That was written long before the 2 of you were ever born. 16 years of loving each other, choosing each other, fighting for each other. That is why we are here today. A vow renewal is not a correction. You are not here because something went wrong. You are here because everything went right and led to this moment. And you want to say it out loud in front of everybody here and in TV land. You are not starting over. Today, you are doubling down. The 2 of you can join hands for me right here. Perfect. You can join both hands. And you can look right at each other. I'm going to ask the 2 of you to repeat after me, and Samson, you're going to go first. And you can look right at Deba.
Deba,
I choose you still.
I choose you still.
I choose you in the hard years.
I choose you in the hard years.
And the breakthrough years.
And the breakthrough years.
I choose you when the vision is clear.
I choose you when the vision is clear.
And when it is not.
And when it is not.
I am your partner.
I am your partner.
Your cheerleader.
Your cheerleader.
And your safe space.
And your safe space.
Today.
Today.
And always.
And always.
Deba, please repeat after me. Samson.
Samson.
I choose you still.
I choose you still.
I choose you in every season.
I choose you in every season.
We have survived together.
We have survived together.
I choose you in every season still to come.
I choose you in every season still to come.
I am your partner.
I am your partner.
I am your greatest fan.
I'm your greatest fan.
I am your home.
I am your home.
Today.
Today.
And always.
And always.
Deba and Samson, 16 years in, and you're still choosing each other. That is not luck. That is not habit. That is a decision that you have made over and over and over again. And your 3 children get to grow up watching and knowing exactly what that kind of love looks like. Your sons get to see what it's like to love a woman correctly, and your daughter gets to see what it's like to be loved by a man correctly. And I love that for y'all. It is my absolute honor that today I pronounce you renewed. 16 years in, and the best is still ahead. Now, y'all have kissed 1,000 times, okay? Maybe even more. But today, the feeling is new. And Samson, it is my great pleasure to say that you may kiss your bride again.
Absolutely.
Love you.
Everybody, please give it up for Mr. and Mrs. Douglas. Woo! And y'all walk back down.
We are continuing the final day of GMT wedding week, and Samson and Deba just said I do once again. So what's a celebration without a few spirits?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. We just witnessed the beautiful vow renewal of Samson and Deba, and it's only right that we celebrate with their signature cocktails. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm still overcome.
We were in the corner crying, but we want to get your reactions. Tell me, what are you feeling right now, being able to do this in such an intimate way all over again?
It feels so amazing. I'm like, I love my husband so much, and just be able to see it share with the world is amazing. Y'all have no idea. This is so precious, and I love you so, so much.
I love you as well, sweetheart. Oh my goodness.
So Samson,
yes, ma'am.
How does this compare? I'm sorry, I'm really emotional.
How does it compare to
seeing her the first time she walked down the aisle?
Oh my goodness, I'm just overwhelmed with joy. Just to see my wife walk down the aisle with my daughter as well, with my family here as well. It's just, I'm overwhelmed with emotions and joy, and this is just more than I could have ever thought of, and this is just beautiful. And I just thank God for all of this.
Yes, absolutely. Indeed. You can truly see the evolution of where you guys have come from. Like you just said, having your daughter walk down with you, I'm sure is so special. And having the other kiddos as well here. I mean, the whole family here is here.
The whole family was able to be here. And I imagine just the significance of that as you were taking those steps. How did it feel knowing as you were approaching your groom once again? All the history that you took with you as you walked down the aisle. I'm so sorry. I'm
it's because you get it, my love.
What was that like for you?
It just felt so good to remember the first time I walked down the aisle and to think about how much life has taken place and where we are now, and to see, okay, God has done so much, and I am overwhelmed to see what else He has for us.
Yes, indeed.
The best is yet to come. It is yet to come.
Well, not far off from their original wedding, we got to do a little cake cutting as well.
Yes.
Fabulous cake for you. You guys dive in. We've got plates ready for you. Here we go. Oh, wow. And it's a beautiful heart cake, too.
It is absolutely beautiful. The cake is probably my favorite tradition of the wedding.
Perfect.
To see that. All right. Let's see if he smashes it in her face.
Look, her makeup look good this morning.
After 16 years, I know better.
Look, see? He knows he's learned.
That is right.
Oh, my goodness.
Right here?
I'm feeding you, right?
Let's do this.
The reality of a marriage of 16 years. And you know what? We thought he was gonna smash it on her. He got a little something on his suit. She did it to him.
There you go.
A memory, though. Oh my gosh.
And you also have your signature cocktails here. I'm curious about these cocktails.
So I think we made these actually this past Wednesday. And Samson loves a drink where he can taste the liquor. That's what he said.
Absolutely.
And Deba said, I just don't want to taste it. I just want to get to the end of the journey, straight to the destination, baby. So, Deba, would you like your signature drink? One for you. And Samson, your signature drink?
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Paige, which one are you thinking?
All right, I'm thinking I'm going to go with this purple
Okay,
flower.
I'll go with the hard stuff then,
All
just to
right.
even it out. Come on now, I'll get with Samson.
I want to give you guys a toast to just many, many more years and many more happy returns as you continue on your journey. May God continue to bless you and your precious family. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I add on to it just a little
Absolutely.
bit? As someone who has not gotten to experience this life memory just yet, watching you guys, especially being in a space where it's now official and real, you guys are an inspiration, and you are what true marriage looks like, having God at the foundation of who you guys are, bringing in your family, and just the evolution of who you guys have become. You are great role models, and we're so glad to have you here and be the couple that we chose to do this vow renewal because you guys really have set the standard. And Samson, sitting all week, how obsessed he is with Deba. That is the kind of husband.
Take notes.
Take notes. Okay, watch the whole week back.
Pay attention.
He was obsessed with her, and there is no love like that. And I can tell just how obsessed you are with him back, and that's the beauty of love and of marriage. And so I just want to say thank you for setting a good example for those who have yet to do it.
All right.
Thank you.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers to you.
Not me I almost tapped it like a shot.
That's good.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Wow, that's good.
It's so
Okay, wait.
smooth.
All right. We're going to send you off to your first dance.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Thank you.
This is so exciting.
Wardrobe for our hosts is sponsored by Dillard's at North Park Center.
An absolutely incredible show celebrating love with the most gorgeous couple. Oh my goodness, 16 years now and counting. Keep going,
And
indeed.
can I just also talk about this dress? I mean, it is absolutely stunning.
Thank
You
you.
look beautiful. You wear it well. And this has been such an honor to be a part of such a special day.
Little mama likes it too.
And to experience this and to see your beautiful children. And let me just say how extraordinary these kids are as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
So good.
Beautiful families. Do you want to just maybe mention who we have here, by the way?
Yes. So I have my mother-in-law, Charlotte Douglas, here. She's like my everything. I have my sister, literally my twin, Osa, here. And then I have my mom, the matriarch of the family.
Look at Mom. I'm telling you. And then your boys.
My oldest son, Noah Douglas. And then I have Isaiah, our middle baby. And then our beautiful little princess, Naomi. That's four.
Goodness, girl, you're well protected. Two older brothers, indeed.
you
Jennifer, let's talk about this because this is obviously not your first time doing this, but I know it does not get old seeing it happen over and over. What's the feeling you have?
It is always so exciting to be able to just remind people of why they got married in the beginning.
Yes.
And what I love about Wedding Week is just us being able to just educate people in the process of planning a wedding, but also just to tap into what real love actually looks like in every day. It's not a fairy tale. It's work. It's hard work, and they're putting in that work, and I could not have chosen a better couple for this week. So thank y'all so much.
This is what the work looks like.
Yes.
Well, we want to make sure we send them off right. So all week long, we have been gearing up for this big day by inviting guests and companies to participate in the wedding week, and several of those businesses wanted to provide you guys with gifts so you guys can celebrate. So Heath Family Wines has some stuff in there from Texas Hill Country. The wonderful newly opened Delilah Restaurant is giving you guys a gift card for a one-of-a-kind dining experience. And then the Dallas Arboretum wants to invite you guys to stroll. So maybe after dinner, you go out and stroll through the gardens and enjoy each other. Plenty of date ideas in that basket. And we are just so happy to send you off into the rest of your marriage. We know it's going to be one to remember.
Thank you to Urban, a beautiful group back here who made this day so very, very special. Congratulations.
Congratulations, and have a good morning, Texas. Thanks for being here.